Hi, I'm back. So we looked at Academic Search Premier, Gale OneFile, and JSTOR. Now we're going to look through at Project Muse, ProQuest Central, and Sage Journals. So Project Muse is another database that you can use. And the reason I'm showing you all of this is I want to encourage you to use all of them. Typically what I see happen is people get attached to a database, and that's the one they use because they feel familiar with it, because they feel like it's easier or better, and which is fine, right? I mean, it's human nature to sort of cling to the familiar. But I want you to expand your horizons and try to use as many of these databases as you can, because they really do contain different content, okay? So Project Muse is your trusted source for the highest quality books and journals in the humanities and social sciences from over 200 of the world's most distinguished university presses and scholarly societies. Okay, so this is a very scholarly database. So let's see, let's try the Armenian Massacre and see what we find in here. All right, so here we go. So there you go. There's the first one I'm looking at is in a journal called Holocaust and Genocide Studies. What this tells me is that that would be a wonderful journal for most of you to look at, right? So if I were searching in this database, the first thing I would do is click on that, and I would want to see other articles in there, okay? So you can see it's available from 2017 to the present, and there are all of the different issues, okay? So that might be an interesting thing for you to do. This is called browsing. So it's not necessarily searching. So this would allow you to just see what's available out there. Okay. Of course, you're probably all short on time, so maybe this is not the time to browse. So this might be less helpful to you, right? So you're just going to be doing your searches. And here we go. Poem for Armenian Genocide Day and Rules for Postcolonials. Okay, that looks fairly literary, right? Ararat and Collective Memories of the Armenian Genocide. So let's see how many we got here. Got 1,033. So we might want to limit this, right? So let's say poetry. We want to limit it to poetry. So we're interested in the Armenian Massacre or Armenian Genocide and poetry. Okay. All right, so we've got quite a lot. So if you're doing the Armenian Genocide here, this might be a good one for you. But let's select one so you see what it looks like. Let's see. The Forgetful Figure, Armenian Representations of Trauma in Arak of Tabriz and Shahan Shanur. Okay. So you can see, you can download it, you can save it. Here's a citation. It's going to give you an MLA. MLA APA in Chicago. And then here is the whole article, and then you've got your notes, your footnotes and notes over on this side. Okay. So remember, Muse is scholarly presses, university presses. So the material will be more condensed, more scholarly. You don't have to worry as much about limiting because everything that you get here will be scholarly. Okay, but I'm just showing you the limits over on the side. You can limit by, well, limiting by language is not helpful when English is the only language. Research area, publication year, there's authors, keyword. You probably won't be using those. My guess is you should be able to go in, do a very simple search, and you should get enough in Project Muse. Okay, so definitely want to take a look at that one. ProQuest Central, now we're moving on to ProQuest Central, is another really large database, a jumbo database, sort of Academic Search Premier. Students tend to use it less frequently because P is farther down on the list than A, and so it's less used, but it's just as powerful. It is actually larger than Academic Search Premier. So what should we do here? Let's see, let me go back and look at your list of genocides. All right, so we've got, let's do the Bosnia-Herzegovina. So Balkans, right? Balkan genocide. And I could have typed Bosnia and Herzegovina. That will be another option, right? So we get 2,329 results in this particular database. I can modify the search, which means I can add to it, right? All of these are fairly current. So we've got scholarly journals, dissertations, and theses, and this is unique to this database because ProQuest is a company that publishes dissertations and master's theses. So you will see these results come up in this database, and then you can actually get access to those dissertations. A lot of newspaper articles, fewer magazines, trade journals, and if we click on more, it actually allows us to limit. It sort of allows us to pick and choose what we want. They've also got blogs, podcasts, and websites. All right, so let's say we only want scholarly journals. We're going to choose that. And it's immediately going to limit our search to 50 results. All right, so here we go. Balkan genocides, Holocaust, and ethnic cleansing in the 20th century. The journal is called Insight Turkey, and it's in Ankara. So this is a book review. Again, be aware that you will find book reviews in these databases. And they often sound really good, but the book review itself is of limited value. You want to look for book. Genocide after emotion. Let's see if there's a way. So if we go to document type, you see that there's a review there, right? So this kind of helps you get rid of those because you're choosing an article. That way you won't get the reviews. There you go, the never boring Balkans. So you're getting the Armenian genocide. Oh, here's the Armenian genocide. Right? Even though we did the Balkans. Is Armenia in the Balkans? We're getting a lot more international articles here. Right? Claiming the political in Bosnia, a critique of the legal rational nightmare of contemporary Bosnian statehood. Okay, here we go, post-conflict reintegration. And let's go back to my results. Let's go back to my search. And let's see what I did. I did Balkan genocide. Okay, so let's modify that. Click on modify, and we can do Bosnia and Herzegovina, right? And then we can do genocide. Let's try that. Let's see if we get different results. No, we got fewer results, which is fine. I mean, that's still pretty big. We get a video here. It's the first time. All right. Getting a lot of post-war articles. So basically what you're going to do, and I'm sure you all know this, right, is when you do a search, you're actually going to give the search a chance, right? And you're actually going to scroll down and look at what you got. And don't assume immediately, oh, this is a bad search. Right? You kind of want to see what's there a little bit. Okay. And this one, Bosnia and Herzegovina, more Srebrenica victims are identified. Right. So you also get related items over on the side. You can look at those as well. One of the nice things about meeting face-to-face is that often what I do is I'll do a presentation and then I'll work with students individually, right? Because I think that what you find in the searches that you're going to do in this class are largely dependent on which genocide that you're doing and what you're deciding to focus on. So if you find that you need individual help, really reach out to me because I can help you. Okay. So we're done with ProQuest Central, I think, right? You've looked at it enough. Oh, actually, let's do one more thing. Let me show you what happens once you're in here, right? And it's the same as the other databases. You can download, there's your citation, right? You can use the pull down if you're citing an MLA style. You'll choose that, and then it prints it out for you. Although here, interesting, this kind of gives you a very long, citation. So just be aware that one of the things that's happening during the coronavirus pandemic is that people are working from home and machines are kind of taking over. And so you see some weird stuff going on in these databases right? So you want to be sure that you know how to cite, and I'll show you something on our website that will get you that. So you can email, you can print, and there's all your other options as well. Right? There's your Google Drive, Google Classroom, Microsoft OneDrive, whatever you might have that you can use, RefWorks, and so forth. So that completes the ProQuest Central tour. And now we have just one database left, and that is Sage Journals. That is the last of our multidisciplinary database. This database is unique because it just has publications that are in Sage Journals. Okay, so let's go back to the Armenian genocide. All right, so again, this is multidisciplinary, so it has journals from many different fields. Let's see if we go to resources. No? I was thinking I could show you what it covers. Here you go. Those are the different sources: research article, other, I don't know what other is, review article, book review. We don't want those, right? Let's say we only want research articles. So we're going to click on that. And then it allows us to choose which field we want it in. This is a really nice thing about this database. Is it social sciences and humanities? Are you interested in politics, sociology, religion, communication? So you can choose any one. You see that? Psychology and counseling. This is really interesting because this really gives you a nice idea of how this topic is treated in the different disciplines. As you can see, there's many more in social sciences and humanities than the other ones. Okay, so this might be a really good database for you as well. Okay. So here we go. Armenians, an invisible ethnicity. So this is about Armenians in London. There you go. There's your citation. You can share it to social media. There's your PDF. And this is a fairly short article. Right? So to wrap up, you want to use all of the multidisciplinary databases because they're all going to give you different resources, and you may like one database more than the other, right? The interfaces may speak to you in different ways. So definitely use all of them. So in the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the subject-specific databases, and that recording will be much shorter than this one. So see you there.